Gucci for the summer. I ain't talking, but still, suckers run for cover. I mean the sunshine, cause I know I got mine. Pimping is a short thing, buried in my bloodline. They say to hell with me, but I prepare really. They can't step to me, my rap is mad, they say. You don't wanna F with me, I'm always fresh with it. On my best weekly, you ain't stressing me. All the time, all around the way I put it down, coming straight from the underground. Now what you want now? I do it for the masses, I never blew my chances. My style is classic, started, you want the heat, I got it. Coming from the bottom, moving straight to the top. Coming with the pull up for the #1 spot. Pushing my vibe like a pusher on the block. Holding my ground, so the rappers get lost.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Matt Sparks. I'm your host from Arrowhead First, and today we are on Season 4 of Draft Room with Fred Jackson, wide receiver, running back, kick returner out of Mercer University. And why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Fred Jackson. I'm from Claremont, Florida. I'm 24 years old, and, I'm training for this upcoming draft, and just, I hope everything goes planned, man.
All right. So our first question we like to ask everybody is, as you're headed to draft, it's important to evaluate yourself as a player. What are your strengths as a player? And then if you have any weaknesses that you're trying to improve on, what are those?
Some of my strengths is I think, I'm pretty fast. I'm pretty elusive. I'm a strong runner. And one thing I pride myself on is like just knowing a playbook very well. Like I pride myself on that a lot because that plays a lot in how you play, how fast you play, just knowing the plays. And I think one of my weaknesses, but I'm getting like totally better. Like people always told me like I have trouble catching the football, but I think I'm getting totally better at that. So I'm working on that every day. So I think that's one of my weaknesses. I can, keep working on, keep nailing at it.
And you previously played at Coastal Carolina, correct?
Yeah, I played at Coastal Carolina. What was it? 2 years ago? Last year? Yeah, last year.
And they've been on quite a run over the past couple of years of relevancy. So tell me how that was for you, and tell me how that helped you.
So when I was at Coastal, it was kind of like rough for me because I came from JUCO, New Mexico Military Institute. I came from a JUCO to there, and then like my second practice there, I broke my foot, and then I got back in rehab and I broke it again. So I was playing catch up the whole way. So I really didn't get to play there, but that's been a part of that winning environment. Like it was like nuts because it's like we went undefeated 2 seasons ago. So then we got ranked in the top like 15. And then my last year there, we was ranked in the top 25 as well. So it was like that experience is like something I would never forget. Like that's something like I'll always remember. Like that was pretty cool.
It's been quite the run for the Chanticleers.
Yeah.
So what so far would you consider your biggest achievement as a football player?
Just playing Division I football because I just think like coming out of high school and stuff like that, I always like, okay, he's too small. Like he's a player that play on a D2 level, but my accomplishment was just proving people wrong that I could play on the highest level of football, like playing a D1 level of football. So I think that's my biggest accomplishment. Like because like I take that like when I just look back and say, oh, Fred never played D1 football, he's too small. So I think I accomplished that, and I proved a lot of people wrong from doing that.
Excellent. So we always like to ask guys, just mostly for fun, but to get a little background information. Did you play any other sports growing up?
Um, I played a little bit basketball, not nothing crazy, but I played a little. I think I was a lockdown offender. I played a little basketball, a little bit.
Got you. So you're about 5'9" is what it says here. Is that were you a point guard? Is that you?
Yeah, I was yeah, kind of a little point guard.
All
Little
right, that's a
Chris
good
Paul,
one.
my favorite player, so I like Chris Paul a lot. So that's one of my favorite point guards.
Oh yeah, I got to see Chris Paul play back when he was originally with the Hornets, man, and that was something else, man. I was really rooting
Yeah.
when he came back to Oklahoma City. Uh, so there's a lot of guys going into the draft right now. So what we want to know is what sets you apart from those guys, right? What makes you special as a player?
So I think like I can take a kickoff return for to the house. I can get a handoff and take it 75 yards. I can catch a football, a tunnel screen, take it 75 yards. Like you put the ball in my hand. I feel like I can do so much with it. So like I feel like if you want to put me in the backfield, let me run an angle route, or you want to put me on a slot receiver, run a quick slant, or put me on kickoff return. I can score the ball like this like that. I can use my speed. I feel like I pride myself like being very fast. So just putting the ball in my hand, like I can from anywhere. I feel like I can take it a distance.
Wonderful. And that's something that the NFL is seeing more of, guys that can score on multiple levels, right?
Yeah.
Guys that are a threat from anywhere on the field and guys that are a threat from multiple positions. So, what would you say is the most important thing that someone needs to be successful in your position?
I just think versatility because the game is changing. Like I feel like you have to be versatile, at everything because the game is changes like so much year after year. So I feel like if you add more, like being more versatile, people can use you more. So just being like having that versatility.
I got you. And what are you doing specifically to prepare for the draft? I know it's a little bit early in the season here. So, what do you plan to do to prepare for the draft?
So right now, I'm working with Jeff Demps. He played at Florida
Mhm.
with Tim Gordon. I'm working with him like speed training right now and stuff like that. And I'm lifting right now. And that's mainly it. Like a lot of speed training, a lot of agility stuff right now.
Absolutely. And are you going into any pro days or senior bowls or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I'm planning the Tropical Bowl scrimmage coming is I think what is it next week? Coming around next week. I'm being in that one.
All right. That's going to be fun. So when you do your pro day type workouts, what do you estimate you're going to run your 40 on?
I think right now I feel like I can get a low 4.4 or a high 4.3.
No way.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, I
that's
think
pretty cool. All right.
yeah.
All right. So we are at the end of our questions here, but one thing we ask everybody to do is just if you could give us some words of wisdom for other guys who might be coming into the draft here in a year or two.
Always this is something I always take myself. Just put your head down and work. Don't look for a handout because if you look for a handout, like when it's given to you, you ain't gonna work as hard. So I always just keep your head down, grind, and just always grind because there's always a breakthrough at the end. It's like I think it was a long time ago. It was a story when the dude he was hitting a rock and like he stopped and it was like one more hit and it was goal right there. So I just keep hitting and keep going to keep your head down because you don't know when a breakthrough will be, and when a breakthrough do come, like you will love it because you work for it, you put in the time and the effort for it. So that's something like I always just keep working because it'll happen. But if you stop, you'll never see what's on the other side of the door. So I just always just keep working and just keep grinding because at the end of the day, I feel like it's always going to be a breakthrough if you just work hard. There's a reward. I think a reward will always come if you work hard at everything you do.